Alright, well, this is actually going to be one for technically speaking. Surprisingly enough, this is actually a review. And for everyone out there, if you go ahead and put it down here, review my magics later. Go ahead, head to my blog, tell me what you think. I do review stuff. I do not only musical reviews, but technology reviews. It's called Technically Speaking. It's my blog. And the one for this, kind of my thoughts on the HTC new Droid HTC Incredible. Like I said in a couple, maybe a video or so, maybe a couple tweets or whatever, if you read my Facebook or whatever. It is the one phone I can mention in the same breath as the iPhone because it does live up to its name. I did like, when I was in the Verizon store, I did like the touchscreen responsiveness. It was very responsive, very intuitive. I love the really big display. Verizon Associates not so much. The kind of I'm a whole experience kind of guy because of where I work. The whole experience was pretty cool. The phone itself was just awesome, but the whole Verizon experience was it was kind of jarring because, you know, not all the guys really knew kind of what it does. One thing I will say about the HTC Droid, the web browsing is very quick. So is the media kind of handling. The way it handles media is awesome. It is a definite pro to the phones, and the media manager is really awesome. The Exchange support built in, of course, that's always awesome. The web browser was very, very fast. The fact that I can do a little bit of a kind of application management and things like that was pretty awesome. The App Store was a definite plus because there are quite a few apps for Android now out there now. Twitter for Android was a definite pro for this guy. The cost about the same as the iPhone. If I remember right, the one that I was looking at was, if I remember right, it was like I think it was $199 or $299. I can't remember the price right now. But it's comparable to the iPhone, and it's also expandable, which is a definite plus. Downside, it's on the Verizon network. Another con was it didn't feel, it had a little bit of weight to it. So I mean, it's about the same thickness of the iPhone, but it weighed a little bit more, which, I wasn't too proud. I wasn't too happy with. Another con that I kind of didn't like about it was it was a great media management phone. Even though it was great media management, much like the other Android phone the very first Droid phone, the first Droid that I reviewed, it was great media management. I mean, great, look on the web browser and videos. Downside to it was the actual content kind of management kind of fell by the wayside a little bit. I personally wasn't too enamored with it. I didn't like the touch interface. It was, it worked out pretty well, and it only turns, another con definitely, it only was in portrait. You could do portrait just fine, but it only landscapes on one direction. Like literally, you can only turn on one side. Like my iPhone, like you either have, you guys are pretty familiar with it by now. Here, let me log into my phone right here real quick and turn my brightness up so you guys can see. If you guys are familiar with the iPhone, which I'm sure by now because everyone and their mom has one, the iPhone has a couple different modes that you can landscape in. Or you could go when typing. You have portrait mode right here. Portrait mode, and then you can also turn it on landscape. If you so choose to type in landscape, you can turn in landscape. You can also turn it landscape on the other side as well. Unfortunately, the Droid Incredible does not. It only does the landscape or portrait and then landscape on one direction. If you turn it the other one, it never turns. I found that to be a con, but it didn't, it didn't stop me from using the phone at all. That was just a minor quirk. I just let it go because all the rest of the features really made me happy with that phone. Comparable to the iPhone, and this is another phone. It's, once again, just like with a lot of my other phone reviews, it is not an iPhone killer, but it is a good alternative to an iPhone if you don't want to buy an iPhone, or if you're on Verizon. It is a great alternative. This phone is definitely a recommended phone for me, from me. If you don't, like I said, if you don't want to do an iPhone or don't want to do AT&T, think about the Droid Incredible because it is a really great phone. It's an awesome phone. Does, of course, Bluetooth. Does support a couple more Bluetooth devices in the iPhone, which is, I gave it a definite plus. But it is but unfortunately, Apple just does it better. Uh, and I'm not saying that because I work there, but the iPhone just has such an established market, and overwhelmingly the applications are free. There are quite a few applications for the Android that are free, but but the app there's just not that many for them. I mean, there's a lot of fun, a lot of the ones like my favorite Shazam, a couple Twitter clients, Facebook, MySpace, things like that. Those are readily available for the Android. But I ran into a couple of functionality quirks, which I said didn't stop me from the phone. Didn't stop me at all. But it was kind of a small letdown with how incredible the rest of the phone is. Media-wise, this phone is almost second to none. I want to say it manages media a lot better than the iPhone because I can do a little bit more customization. But it does multitasking, but it does smart contact stuff. For me, that I look for that a little bit more than media management, but that's me. But like I said, if you go with another phone that's not an iPhone, and I apologize for the kind of movement and me not looking at the camera right now, I'm getting my shoes and stuff. I got home not too long ago, and I'm trying to make myself comfortable here by doing this bad boy right here. There. If you don't go with the iPhone, this is the best alternative that you have. Out of all the other phones on the market, it's the best alternative. So it is a great idea. If you have it, awesome. And if you have anything else, drop me a comment. Drop me a comment on my blog always, because I'm reading that. I will reply to them. I mean, you guys, yeah, whatever. But I will see you guys later. Peace.